I got a comment stating something about Bryan Kohberger appealing, and we've been waiting on that. So, as one would do, I ran to try to find anything official and did not see anything official, but did see a Nancy Grace headline. Let's go ahead and get into this quickly. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer, everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Appealing the case. We know that Bryan Kohberger can still appeal. Okay, we heard it from the judge. We heard it from lawyer, and his father having a discussion about it after the stipulations of the so-say plea deal came out to the public. And we were told, oh, he doesn't want to keep his right to appeal. He's going to go ahead and waive his right to appeal whatever happens here. And it was stated several times in court, both at the original hearing where he did the plea and then again at the sentencing, and Judge Hippler made it aware. You also have some time in order to appeal. And if you appeal, then that basically null and voids this contract that we're signing, which is the plea agreement. And it takes away everything that we did here, which, in layman's terms, in my mind, tells me that if an appeal is filed, then it takes away the plea, it takes away the life sentences, and it goes back to where it was prior to, which would hopefully mean a trial. Okay? So, I did, for everyone, you're welcome, because this was a bigger waste of time, okay? I was literally in the middle of finishing up another video whenever I saw this and had to stop because this would be more important than Pullman documents full of FOIA requests, right? She's not providing, as normal, any evidence that Kohberger is actually filing an appeal. She's saying that he still has the right to appeal because no appeal doesn't mean no appeal, which is, again, something that we have been saying on this channel since we listened to the real lawyers talk about this, and then we repeated what we heard from people who know what they're talking about. But in none of this is she saying she saw a document or someone called her. Okay, there's no gag order now. So if Kohberger was going to be actually filing something, there would be no reason to not name where you're hearing that information whenever you're coming out with this video, with this title, with this information. I went in, I opened the transcript, as I've shown you guys several times that I do to find exactly what I am looking for. Hit Control F and typed in the word appeal, and I went in and recorded everything that she stated about him filing an appeal. I clipped all of those things together in one string. I have to flip it. I have to put a filter on it. But these are her words about this appeal. Tell me where she states she knows for a fact he is. Everything that she is stating here is that there's no way he couldn't be doing so since he still has the right to do so. That's the basis here.
Bryan Kohberger whining behind bars already as he plots his appeal? Yes, plotting his appeal. The whole reason the death penalty was taken off the table is so he wouldn't appeal. He's appealing. Tonight, all HELL breaking loose as we learn Bryan Kohberger is plotting an appeal. The death penalty was taken off the table in exchange for Kohberger not appealing. He can appeal a guilty plea on any number of grounds. One of the keystones of the deal was that he wouldn't appeal.
Straight up guilty pleas as charged, waiver of appeal for closure. So we have accountability and closure.
He can appeal. He can he can appeal. There's no way that Kohberger is not plotting an appeal. There's no way.
Now, right here is where I'm honestly going to go ahead and stop. There's probably another 3 minutes of clips that I have left after this in raw footage. But this right here, honestly, is where I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off because I don't need to waste my time on this anymore because of who this is from or you guys' time, because I know how the majority of my people feel about this, specific person here. So The way that she just said this, and let me go ahead and play it again.
There's no way that Kohberger is not plotting an appeal.
This is an opinion. This is an opinion of, I know that he can still appeal. I know that there's still some time left before the deadline. And I know that there's a great chance that this is going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and say that there's no way he's not plotting an appeal, so that it looks like I actually knew what I was talking about whenever it actually does happen. Because again, there's no definitive statements in this stuff. It's literally just the conversation about how he really actually does still have the right to appeal. There's still time for that to happen. And she's having discussions with people that are agreeing with her, and they're discussing the ways in which an appeal could be filed. But there's nothing in here claiming that he has physically filed one. Now, again, we can wake up tomorrow morning and there be something official, and somehow Nancy Grace of all people got it first. Okay. But there's no official sources that I can find. And I'm going to recheck this right before I make this public. Within 5 seconds of me checking and not seeing anything, I'm going to publish this video. So if you see this on 8/6/2025, there's nothing official about this. This video of Nancy Grace's is the only thing that I, Jules with True Crime Reactions, can find regarding this subject. I want him to be, filing an appeal pretty soon here, especially now that we're seeing so much. And the more official information that comes out, the more weak and the more weak and the more weak and the more weak this looks, whenever it already was looking really bad. And the second that they stepped out and started answering questions, it just deflated even more, if that was honestly even possible. So an appeal would be really smart, especially if he is truly innocent the way that most of us believe. That would be the move. So there's still time. And what's probably going to happen is what I just said. It's going to end up happening, and she's going to take a pat on the back for it, even though she's just basically saying he can and still has time and blah, blah, blah. She's not saying whatever. It's all her opinion. There's nothing on here that's a definite. But feel free to go and check yourself. And if you find something other than that, please let me know down in the comments. If, you do find something official before you see me doing an update, again, put it down in the comments. Let me know. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And please don't forget to make sure that that notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.